Here's a tip for using sends in Pro Tools in order for tracks to share an effect. This is especially cool when you want tracks to share the same type of ambience like a reverb or a delay. Now in this example, I've isolated a session down to just the drum tracks, and we can take a listen. Okay, these drums are pretty dry right now, and I'd like to add some reverb so they have a sense of a room or a place that they're in. What I could do is I could actually just go to each insert and go to reverb. I could choose deverb or whatever I want. And then I could tweak this reverb however I like. Then I could go to the next drum and choose another reverb, and on down the line. If I want the drums to feel like they're in the same room, I have to set up each deverb on each drum with the same settings. It's not impossible, but it can be time-consuming. There's an easier way to do this. What I'll do is set up a send and return bus. The way I can start doing this is by creating sends on each track. Now you'll notice in the mix window that we don't see sends right now. So what we want to do is go to the View menu, Mix Window Views, and I'm going to choose a set of sends, A through E. I have 5 sends. I'd like to simplify this view, so next I'll go to View, Expanded Sends, and I'll choose Send A. Now I need to send each track in my drums to a send. So I'll go to Send, and I'm going to choose a bus. I can just choose the first available bus, bus 1, 2. Now I have this floating control, but you'll notice that showing my sends to show an expanded view of Send A, I can control the send volume here. What happens with the send is that I'm splitting the audio playback. It's still playing at the normal volume here, but I'm also taking the same audio and sending it elsewhere without compromising the volume of playback to my main bus. Now I can just do this for each track. A handy shortcut for assigning multiple tracks to the same send is to hold the Alt key on your Windows machine or Option key on your Mac while you make one assignment on one track. As you do this, all tracks will be assigned to the same send or bus. Now these tracks are not going anywhere yet, so we need to set up a destination. So we'll go to Track New, Stereo, Aux Input. Now that we have a new stereo aux track, we can go to Input, Bus, and we'll use bus 1, 2. Each of these drum tracks will be sending to bus 1, 2, and my aux track will be listening for bus 1, 2. Now instead of setting up a reverb on each drum track, I'll set up one reverb on this aux track. Now when I start playing, I can adjust the amount each drum sends to the aux track into that deverb. Pretty nice. They're all using the same reverb on the aux track. Now what I like to do is when I'm using an aux track for reverb, I'll go ahead and make this 100% wet. There's no use in having this aux track play any dry signal since it's playing on these tracks as well. So I'll go ahead and play back. It's an awful lot of reverb, so the easy adjustment that I can make is to go to the aux track and adjust the volume. As I adjust the volume of the aux track, it's turning up the only thing that it's getting, which is all these drums through a reverb. As an added benefit to using this method, you're also saving CPU power since you're only using one deverb instead of 5 or 6. Thanks for watching.